Okay, morning everyone. Welcome to the briefing on Friday the 10th of March. Not a very nice picture out there at the moment. This is the culprit. This is the overnight picture showing the quite intense developed low pressure system that's whistling through. And you can see how far it goes by midday. It's disappearing off into the continent, bringing in this northerly airflow. Winds coming down, you can trace it all the way down from up here, so turning really cold. And also you've got sort of trough lines and showers waiting in the wings, but pushing against that is the warm fronts here, which are starting to show their hand a little bit on the rainfall radar at the moment. And timing is everything. I think on this one, overnight they're heading this way, and then coming up towards us tomorrow. Various different models show that either getting to Lasham by the afternoon or some showing evening overnight going through. Hard to say really, but back to today. Yeah, once the low pressure and the sort of rain disappears, we're into a northerly airflow. Isobars initially very close together, quite strong winds. I can see out my kitchen window, the trees are rattling around at the moment. And that will, as you can see, this back off a little bit later during the afternoon. So Farnborough Taff, that has changed in the last 20 minutes, half an hour. When I last looked at it at about 8:30, it was 1.5 lines. Now it's 2 and a bit. So they've added some bits to it. And that's interesting because I think they've added a couple of things that at the end here that Top Meteor wasn't really picking up, but Skysight was. So what have we got? Scattered at 800 feet. Currently they're saying it's overcast 1,300 feet at Farnborough. Between 9 and 13, I'll tell lunchtime basically, 18 gusting 28 knots, so pretty strong. And that then dropping probably as the afternoon goes on, and it's northwesterly, northerly most of the time, I think, pretty much for today. And there's between that time potential for 5,000 meters rain and drizzle. The Prob 40 is the sort of this morning's rain and snow showers potentially coming through, but becoming at some point a clearance and scattered at 2.5. And this is the extra bit they've added, a Prob 30 tempo between 1 and 3, 6,000 meters, showers, rain and snow broken at 1,400 feet. And Skysight were picking that up as rain showers after the main rain band had cleared. So the actuals, yeah, windy, still snow showers and rain at Bryce and Bristol, so it's got a little way to come down towards us yet. Upper winds fairly strong. We're sort of a bit more over here, to be honest, than these boxes. So this covers the whole period till 3 o'clock this afternoon. So potentially this morning, this box here could be over us, so 40-45 knots, calming down as the day goes on. So I think by the afternoon, northerly 20-25 knots seems about right. And you can see the upper winds here driving this this low pressure away, and that's where the jet stream is actually lying. Satpic. So it's really the main bulk of the rain here, and then the rest is just cloud with showers in this area here, and you can see that on the rainfall radar. There's the bulk of the rain, and we're just seeing the showers really clearing us. There's another line here, and a few more been developing out here. So I think there's a little way to go yet before it clears up properly. Maybe late morning, early afternoon. Fingers crossed the wind should drop a bit and it should get flyable. Temperature wise, it is not going to feel very warm today, folks. saying 4 degrees there, I think. That's at best in a sheltered area. More likely with the wind chill, 20 knots on the ground, -2, 3, 4. It's going to feel really quite bitter and quite raw out there, quite unpleasant. Top meteo. Showing the cloud. Pretty much what we've got now, really. And because of the fact it's being driven through fairly quickly, by sort of 12, 1 o'clock, they're saying it's going to be reasonable. And that's probably the scattered at 2,000 feet or 1,500 probably for us. And then the same thing for the afternoon. Skysight are picking up showers in there. Top meteo are not. Just look at their wind forecast. Wind at 30 feet. The sort of midday, still in the sort of 20 knot average sort of band, and gusts up towards 30. But as you go on from sort of 1 o'clock onwards, it drops right off. So dropping off as the afternoon goes on. We'll just show you what tomorrow looks like. In terms of the cloud, you can see that the frontal system out here at 10 o'clock, and it's not really moving our way very quickly. That's sort of 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock. So we should have if that stays true to plan, true to form, then we should have a reasonable day's flying tomorrow with light southwesterly winds, and then rain overnight. Okay, folks, so yeah, windy out there at the moment, wet off and on, getting better later with the winds dropping. So fingers crossed we'll get something out of it from lunchtime onwards. Challenging operation though, with a strong northerly wind. Have a look at that in a minute. Airspace wise, clear in the Lasham area, nothing going on here. And the usual stuff that these NOTAMs these temporary ones will only last for 6 months, hopefully, and then disappear until the maps are changed. And the usual stuff with Southampton and Boscombe that are irrelevant to us. Operationally, no jet movements. And if we do go and operate, I have this funny feeling we're going to be down here. We'll do a sort of pitch inspection down here, see what it's like for winching and aero towing, but it's not often we get forced down on this run because of the strength of the wind. If it did drop off enough, we'd go back onto 2.7 by the looks of it. But if we are forced down here, it's aero towing off the tarmac here, winching off the edge of the grass here, tugs land in here, and gliders land on this side here. I have a funny feeling it's going to be quite soggy down here, so it might stop us doing that, and we have to come up with some alternate plan. But we'll work that out when we decide to go flying. So have another cup of tea, folks. See you at Lasham a little bit later.